Let's get busy.
We are recording.
Sweet.
My man Jason back in the house for our annual podcast.
Right?
You were here last year.
Yeah.
I think you
Couple
did
years.
the last. Maybe one was. Have you always done one in person, or one was on the phone, or I don't remember.
I don't know. We might have done when the first. I think the first year was on the phone, dude.
Yeah. So last year what was it? Last year. So last year would have been because last year was 18 was my first year here. So 2 times. Welcome back.
Right on.
This is a very fun time of the year for the horror people, the zombie people. You do this badass event,
Right?
this mega event
It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely crazy.
that you're just really a little over a week away.
Right. Right at that. Getting close.
Louisville Zombie Walk, for people that don't know, it's an event. I mean, it's a very spectacular event where you've hijacked basically how many streets, blocks.
Oh yeah, it's 3/4 of a mile on Bardstown Road.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the the feet over of 40,000 plus people just bombarding all the side streets. It's absolutely nuts.
Mm-hmm. Give it a little history. This has been going on for.
So this is the 15th year of the Zombie Walk itself. I've been the producer the last 4 years of the event, so it's kicking into high gear for us, and we're hoping to have a great turnout as always. Love to see people dress out. That's kind of what we tout as admission to get into the event, because it's still a free event. So, which is really tough to do with this day and age of all the restrictions from the city and security and all the stuff that goes on out there. We've got to be prepared for anything.
Sad but true.
It is.
You're right. Your 4th year, I guess, running the show. But another thing that's part of you is the Devil's Attic.
Right.
Give us what's the story there?
So this is our 10th season for the Devil's Attic. It opened 2010, and it's
been that long?
Yeah,
God,
almost 10 years, man. So we've grown over the last 10 years, and really in the last 5 years to be regionally recognized and nationally recognized as one of the top 50 haunted attractions in the United States. So we try to bring that passion of horror that we love and hold so dear to us. The George Romero fans and the core of zombies to the Zombie Walk, and that's what we do. Try to make it a bigger and better event every year, and we've actually turned it to kind of a festival. Mm-hmm. So welcoming folks from all ages.
The Devil's Attic. I'm looking at your Facebook page, which is you've got over 22,000 people who follow you. Good God!
Right.
You're on the address is on Hill Street.
Right.
What's what is everything about? I mean, besides just being a haunted attraction, there's more to it, though, right?
So yeah, when we opened 10 years ago, we brought a whole new element to the haunted attraction industry here in Louisville, and that was a theatrical style haunted attraction, and that means integrating lighting and actual acting and lines with our actors versus people just jumping out and saying boo and whatever. And our sets are very theatrically designed. So, when we do a movie-themed style set, i.e., say, Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Hellraiser, we do it right. So when people walk in, those that are horror fans feel like they're actually in the set. And that was the design, of the whole attraction. That's why it's gotten to where it's, to be, so to speak. So.
Is there a timing for this? I mean, how often are the events actually taking place?
So we open this year Friday the 13th, September the 13th, and we go through October the 27th. So we're open 18 total nights. Obviously, the first night we've got to have a special guest there, which will obviously be Jason Voorhees. And we have so when we have we have a movie screen we have outside, so we'll play like some of the old school movies on there, just to keep people entertained while they're in line. So
Well, let's go back. Zombie Walk. Again, it's Saturday, August 24th.
Right.
I like it. It starts at
7 actually.
7. Wasn't it like a crazy time before?
Yeah,
Like,
it was. Well, it's 8:29 is the
Yeah.
actual walk.
Right.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
But what we've done is we've extended, like I said earlier, to the festival side of things, because what we noticed the last 2 years is we had families showing up and people showing up at 6:30.
Yeah.
Down in the what we used to call the end zone, the party zone. Now we've deemed it as the festival area because now we have carnival games, we have a car show, we have a market for mischief, which is all kinds of stuff, people selling things. We have a bunch of food vendors. And we have other haunted houses. We've got just a lot of stuff to do down there. And so all these people started showing up early. So I said, you know what? Let's just open it up a little earlier prior to the walk.
Let's monetize this as much as we can.
Well, I mean, cater to the people instead of them hanging out and there's nothing to do. So we started making things for them to do. So,
Which makes for a little longer day for you?
Yeah, it's a long day. I mean, it's a long. Actually, the planning starts as early as January is when we start putting our permits in. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus
It starts way back. The haunted house we start in December after we close. So it's a secondary full-time job.
Take us for people who are going to be coming out here. At what the streets are involved, the stretch.
So Eastern Parkway, Mid-City Mall area, for those that are familiar with that, on Bardstown Road, that's kind of the starting point. We'll have our Devil from the Devil's Attic kind of launch the brigade at 8:29. We've got 4 air horns that we set off, so it kind of keeps that that zombie feel of the traditional zombie movies of kind of an air raid sound going on, and that trickles all the way down to Highland Avenue. So between Grinstead and Highland Avenue on Bardstown Road is where our festival area is. So it's a full block. It's a huge area, and it gets absolutely crazy down there.
Live bands, entertainment, costume contest. Give us a costume contest for people trying to get involved with that?
So costume contest, we've teamed up with Louisville Halloween and LouisvilleHalloween.com. Actually, if you go there, they'll have details on it, or you can go to LouisvilleZombieWalk.com, and there's usually 5 categories. We'll have different categories like sexiest, funniest. We'll have a child category. Scariest is another one. Then we'll have a couples category. So they kind of lead that up, and that's located in front of Hopcat. They can register as early as 6:30, and then it's all based on audience participation on who wins. So it's a lot of fun, and that usually goes off around 11 o'clock.
Zombie car show.
Right.
What the hell is that?
So it's like anything else, man. Everybody's got a cult following for what they love, right?
Yeah.
So we've teamed up with a buddy of mine, Matt Estes at Louisville Zombie Trucks, and his passion is zombie cars, man. So he actually travels regionally all the way up to Michigan and recruits these guys to come down.
Wow.
Right? And they're all tricked out zombie cars. I mean, of course, we've got regular hearses and stuff, but we've got, these guys have put some serious work in these cars. So it's a lot of fun to see.
I mean, there's been a zombie fixation with the U.S. I mean, for the longest time, way before The Walking Dead.
Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And what's the guy, Max, the writer? Max, he wrote these zombie apocalypse type of books.
Right.
I have to,
it's not Lucado.
No, it's Max somebody. My brother my son turned me onto that. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah. So, to you, what was your take? Zombie. Why your love for this?
So, it really integrates into the whole horror and haunted house thing, but I'm a 28 days kind of later zombie guy. I'm not the slow moving kind of lethargic guys.
I love those movies.
Man, 28 days later, those guys.
What was the other one? 20 days and then 28 weeks?
Yeah. So those guys, producers brought a whole new light to zombies and the animalistic side of it, and that is just freaking awesome to me. I love that. Now we have all kinds of zombies down at the Zombie Walk. So I mean, there's everything. Most of them are typical George Romero style zombies that we see, but those kind of guys, man. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah. To me, people, Walking Dead, that kind of zombie. I'm with you. The 28 weeks where I guess they aren't really zombies, but they're infected with whatever, and the rage virus.
No holds barred,
yeah.
kind of. Yeah,
They're violent, and they're running after you, and
right. Those to me are creepy zombies right there.
Yeah. Is that that's not so far fetched.
No, I mean you never know, man. Especially next Saturday.
Yeah, that would be cool. Some kind of virus gets leaked out in Louisville and turns this town into. You have I like people are encouraged to dress up,
right?
Obviously, but they have to be really cognizant of what type of attire they bring with them.
Sure. Yeah. No. I mean, in light of recent years, we've cracked down on any type of anything that looks like a weapon or actual weapons. Yeah, whether loaded or unloaded, will be confiscated. Even as far as machetes, we want to make this event safe, and we want to keep it going, because if we don't abide by the rules, the city's going to shut us down, and they've made it much more difficult to hold this event every year.
How so?
Well, I mean, it's a safety factor, so they want to increase security and/or the cost of security,
because the numbers keep growing.
The numbers keep growing, but I think it's a headache for them. I really do. I mean, it's a headache for them. And, granted, it's huge for all the businesses on Bardstown Road, and obviously the community. That's why we keep it going.
Well, obviously, big picture, it's bringing some business to all these local venues, vendors, because you're probably getting, when it comes to the food, people are probably coming in. You got food vendors actually showing up, and
right. We added that about 3 years ago, right? So I mean, you've got restaurants and bars all around Bardstown Road, but people like to mingle in the street and watch the band. So we provide the food, and we'll have alcohol. Obviously, we have a concessionaire that handles that. So
the number the last few years have been in that 40,000 range.
Right.
What's the anticipation?
Probably 45 plus this year.
Yeah.
It just keeps growing, man. It's viral.
What kind of a headache is it for you to deal with?
Absolutely
the city?
Huge.
I mean, let's start before the day up, but take me back. All the shit you got to do to secure all the permits. What kind of
absolute nightmare. It's if I didn't have the love for the haunt industry,
clearly,
and for really to keep this event going for the community, because I can't tell you how many messages I get on Zombie Walk Facebook page, and all of those likes, there's 15,000 likes, are all completely organic likes.
Yeah.
These are people that follow this, and they're very attentive to it.
Mm-hmm.
Of how much they want this event to happen every year. I wouldn't do it, because I mean it's a huge headache just to deal with, the city, and then you got to also realize this is a free event. So everything that's, this event costs a tremendous amount of money to put on. So I have 6 local bars that help out, that are huge, and then we've had to reach out to obviously corporate sponsors to keep this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there's no way. There's absolutely no way this thing would happen. So.
Going to the Louisville Zombie Walk .com page. You got the countdown, 10 days, 21 hours.
Mm-hmm. You can see all our sponsors over
sponsors.
there. Right.
Quick shout out. Highlands, what is that? Highlands Tap Room, Jägermeister, Battle Ribbon, New Belgium, Voodoo Ranger IPA, Nirvana, Hopcat, Alt 105.1, DGX, 99.7, 102.3, Jack FM, Louisville's Halloween.com. What's this one here?
Scary Good Fun.
Scary, yeah.
This is a new one, man.
Yeah.
We'll hit that. Go ahead and hit the rest of them, and then we'll go.
Okay.
I'll double track on that one.
Who's that?
GalaxyCon. This is a new con coming into Louisville. First part of November. Yeah, it's a new con.
Okay,
we'll
definitely let's circle back on these. Doo-Wop Shop,
Right.
Big Bar, Nowhere, Chill Bar,
Right.
Highlands, and
That's
then that's it. Okay. What's the story with Scary Good Fun?
So Scary Good Fun is, doubling back on the Devil's Attic. It's a new program that we launched. A community of haunted houses came together last year, and we've decided to band together as a whole to promote our haunted houses in a safe fashion. So what we've seen in the industry, in the haunted house industry, is you've got all these extreme haunted houses coming out. They'll tie you up, stick in a cooler, and all this kind of crazy stuff. But what we want to do is we want to bring back the fun into Halloween, and the fact that you can bring your family to these events as well. Most of these attractions are no-touch attractions, so they're not going to be super intense. And it's just a whole branding that we've put together, and it's done very well. It's caught on nationally and locally. You can go to the website and check out all the haunted attractions that are locally.
So this is one where, I guess, families with smaller kids could probably.
Well, when you say smaller.
Well, when I say, I'm not 3 or I'm talking about like maybe, I don't know, 8, 10 years. I mean, no,
12-ish.
Okay, you're getting there. Okay,
yeah,
right.
Some of the attractions are more of the younger demographic. I'll be completely honest with you. The Devil's Attic is a 12 and up.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is not only is it okay to go there, but it's also we take a lot of safety measures, from dealing with fire marshals to having on-site security, on-site police officers. There's a whole other bag of worms that you got to realize when we run an attraction. Right, when you run 1,000 to 1,500 people through an attraction at a night, you got to keep everybody safe. Not just the folks that are coming through the door, but your
people.
Right, our people. So. We have a lot of measures that we take to make this happen. So we came together as a coalition and said, "Hey, this needs to happen in the industry," and we formed it. So,
very cool.
Right. And the other one was GalaxyCon.
GalaxyCon.
So GalaxyCon, it's another con coming into town. It's a new one. It's first part of November.
Actually, later.
Yeah. November, what is it? 8th to 10th?
No. This is 22nd to 24th.
Okay. Late. Oh, sorry, my bad. GalaxyCon. There's some new guys coming into town, so they're gonna, it's gonna be similar to any other con that comes through. It's gonna have everything there. Folks, you can come get autographs, all that good stuff. So,
is there a theme like?
No, there's cosplay involved. There's just a little bit of everything. So these guys are new. So they teamed up with us this year. And we thought we'd
celebrities, comic creators, voice actors, cosplayers, wrestlers, gaming exhibitors, and more. Okay,
right.
GalaxyCon, Louisville, November 24th. Where would that? Oh, I guess it'd be at the convention center. Is that what the?
Right.
Or was it? It is at the International Convention Center. Okay, cool.
So that should be a good one. You don't want to miss.
I need to put my email address and get all the updates.
Right on.
What's left for you to do between now and Saturday?
All the
that you can tell.
all the the big stuff has been done. It's a matter of wait and keep your fingers crossed. There's no rain. Otherwise, we'll still have the event. Mm-hmm. And I think in 15 years, it's had one other day of rain, and still the zombies rise. So they'll be there no matter what.
Yeah, I was going to say,
the event will still go down.
You're going to get a very good crowd no matter what.
Oh, the event will still go down, whether rain or no rain. So,
well, ideally, it'd be in the 70s, low humidity.
So. That would be further in October, sir.
I said ideally, but wishful thinking. But yeah, we're looking at potentially 45,000 people.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it'll be a good time, man. A lot of new stuff this year.
To the mayor's office, like, oh God, this is going on.
We do have to actually get it sanctioned by the mayor. So yes, we do.
Going back real quick, all the permits and stuff. Give me how many hoops are you having to go through to pull this off?
You've got everything from sanitation, which, several years ago there was an issue where sanitation was not involved as far as cleaning up goes. We have our own crew that comes through from Sweep All that takes care of all the mess. So that's a huge one. And then you've got obviously all the LMPD folks,
security,
and the SWAT.
Right.
I mean, we've got everybody involved.
Whoa, SWAT.
Yeah,
serious?
It's no joke, man. This is a big event.
You have SWAT available for this.
Yes, and bomb squad, everything. We want to keep this as safe as possible.
Okay, fair.
So yeah, no, there's a lot involved, a lot of moving parts. Like I said, that those are some big ones.
Some of this, the funding that happens, does the city get involved and help fund this,
No.
or you have to?
No, yeah,
you have to make all this happen.
I have to figure it out how to do it.
Funding all of the security detail, cleaning, sanitation,
Right.
And I'm guessing a lot of that is through, because it's obviously it's a free event. So this is through sponsors and how.
Right.
how
That's how-
give me an
yeah.
idea how you funding this.
Well, I mean, it's always been a challenge. That's the thing. And, the event doesn't make money. It actually loses money every year. And
But I'm hoping that clearly it's safe to say it's not losing it to the point where you won't do it.
well, I mean, that's in question, man. That's in question. We go to every year, myself and my sales team, we go to about 200 businesses on Bardstown Road and ask for their help because clearly they're
benefiting.
They're
from this.
benefiting from
Clear-
this
yes.
event, right? And we typically get 5 to 6 that will help us.
That's it.
That's a lot of work, and so we have to figure out the ways to make up the rest of the money, which is typically through.
Wait, let me go back.
Right.
And I hope that's blowing my fucking mind. You've got a stretch of Bardstown Road that on this Saturday, more than 5 or 6 of those that have pledged to you,
Right.
that are involved in sponsoring you, dozens will reap the rewards.
Exactly.
Potentially.
Let me blow your mind even more. It's the second busiest day for them in the entire year. The entire road of Bardstown Road. All the bars. First would be St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's.
Right. Second busiest day for them. And it's like pulling teeth to get somebody to help out.
That fucking blows my mind.
Right. So we're at a crossroads, and next year we'll see. We'll just see, man.
To me, it would be like a no-brainer if they said, I don't know,
Throw me a bone.
10% of our sales today goes to, something. I don't know.
Something, right.
They've got to do something.
I think it's got to a point they just kind of kick back and they're gonna be busy no matter what. So it doesn't matter if they give us any kind of sponsorship dollars. They know they're gonna make money off the event. So it's a sore subject, and it's kind of coming to a head.
And there's no way that you cannot, somehow put an X in front of.
In front of their location.
Don't.
No, you can't. You can't do that. I've got creative ways that I can.
That's where I'm getting at.
Do
Is there
things, but no, it's a sore subject, and it's coming to a head because this past year,
you can't put a designated zombie in front of the
right.
no participation.
Can't go in here.
You're like,
no. Nope. Yeah. No. No, but every year the city goes up. They went up another almost 40% on our security alone. So we have to try to find funds to fund this thing. So it's getting to a point where unless these guys help out on Bardstown Road, it's not going to happen anymore.
that's not good.
No, I know.
And I guess it's I personally don't think it'd be a lot to ask. I don't know how this could be pulled off if it turned into a paying event. Could you?
There's logistically it's hard to do because you've got
people
all the
coming,
side
all
roads,
these,
everybody's coming into, But if people threw in $5,
or better yet, I say donations.
right? No,
I mean,
right. So we'll see. We're getting through this year, and it's been a rough one. Definitely been a rough one. And we'll see what happens next year. It's a passion of mine. I want to keep it going, and I love the event, love the community part of it.
Think about it, and you might know the answer to this. Outside of Thunder, Where does this event with this many people stack up as far as that's bringing the numbers that it does, the crowd?
Well, as far as a zombie walk goes,
as far as the zombie walk, comparing to other
to around here.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's got to be up there, but I can tell you without a doubt, it's the largest zombie walk on the planet. It is the largest thing in the world as far as a zombie walk goes. Mm-hmm. So it's huge, and we own that. Louisville, Kentucky owns that event, and we should be proud of that event and support that event, and those that work their asses off to put it together.
Yeah, I personally, I think it's definitely fair to pursue the donation thing. I think a lot of people.
We'll figure out something.
You got to.
I got to keep it going, and so we'll do what we can. And I just, I hope the folks around here will help support it. So.
Yeah, or put the designated zombie out in front of those tight ass people that to me totally blows my mind. That you do not, you only have five or six. What'd you say?
We have 6 this year. It typically is around 6 every year.
And how many potential?
There's 200 businesses that we visit every year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So,
That's actually pretty sad.
So,
and I know that's got to be so disheartening for you.
It is. We're doing our best to support the local businesses, and we would expect the same thing in return. So,
maybe not even the same, but something in return.
Something, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Come next Saturday, it's all good. We'll have a good time.
We'll cross that bridge after the fact.
We'll cross the bridge next year, and if it happens, it happens. Hopefully it will.
Do you, outside of advertising, how do you go about advertising this too?
That's the thing. We don't have to advertise it. It's completely organic. We do team up, as you mentioned, the radio stations. We do team up with those guys, and the reason I do that primarily is just to create awareness of the date, because it's always typically the last weekend, but we moved it this year because of the holiday weekend. So a lot of folks have things going on the very last weekend.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did it a week early, but typically it's the last Saturday. So we always try to create awareness around what day it is. And, we work with those folks through advertising at the haunted attraction. So it kind of pairs up really nice.
Gotcha. Well, my friend, I do wish you the best. To me, this is one of the premier events in Louisville every year. I mean, outside of Thunder, I mean, you got obviously the music events at the water and all that shit, but this is something that is definitely family friendly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
dog friendly.
Yeah.
We get our shares of zombie dogs and cats. That's for sure.
Yeah, where kids. I mean, where kids get to dress up and they're just coming out and having a good time. And
right. It's a lot of fun.
And it starts at a decent time, and it's yeah.
You get both sections. You get the family crew that come in. They hit until about 10:30, and then you get the party crew afterwards.
The party crew,
and then it gets a little crazy right there.
Then that's when I guess that's when your SWAT and all your security detail really come into play.
This sure should be interesting since we have Jägermeister down there. That's always an interesting night, right?
You're shooting yourself.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Share with there's a lot of ways for people to connect with this, but share the best quick ways for people on social media.
Sure. Of course, LouisvilleZombieWalk.com, and of course you can go to the Facebook page, Louisville Zombie Walk, and we'll also be selling some fancy T-shirts that Kevin's got. He can show real quick.
Let's do this.
Look at here. So we changed the color.
You can't. This is the front.
Right.
Which is just, what's the front?
Well, that's just a bloody handprint, man. The zombie print. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got the end is nigh. Now, I get people ask me all the time, what does the end is nigh mean? What does that mean to you, man?
What's it?
The end is nigh.
The end is nigh. I would think is the...
Old English, sir.
I don't know. Oh, what is it?
The end is near.
Near? Okay. Nigh.
Yeah, apocalypse, zombies, that whole kind of thing, right?
I like it.
But anyways, you can only get these at the Zombie Walk, so you know, and there's limited edition. So
I got mine.
that's right. You get yours.
I'll be wearing it. loud and proud
Right
on the
on.
24th. Jason, my man, thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir.
I guess see you this time next year. We will, right? That's
We'll
the
see,
plan.
man. We'll see.
You know what? I'm gonna. We got to figure out a way, and I don't know. Do you have a board or committee that puts all this? How do you do that?
It's just me, dude.
You know what? we
I'm a one-man show.
well,
I got a really great crew from the haunted house, and I can't discount those guys because they help me out run that event. I've got about 40 people that run the event, but as far as all the behind-the-scenes stuff,
well, we'll
lining
talk.
it up.
We will talk because I think this is one of the more. This is one of the premier events every year that again brings family. It's different. It's not the music and thunder. It's it's just so. Everybody
Unique.
It's very unique. People get to dress up, and and that element of being scared. Can you scare somebody?
Right.
I like it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Thanks, man.
man.
Good luck, and I'll hopefully cross paths with you on the 24th.
Yes, sir.
You'll be somewhere.
Yeah, you got it, man. Thanks,
thank
buddy.